Hi guys! Today I wanted to talk to you about the situation with the sound that some of you guys have pointed out that you've all had problems with, including me. And so I thought I would explain what's going on with the sound because it is vexing at best. What's happening is I'm not only having a lapel microphone right now, I just got the desktop on. I'm going to put that out right now, the lapel microphone. I wanted to explain what's going on because some of you may have wondered why it sounded like so terrible. The audio cables that are going to the old mixer, some of them have corrosion on them. Some of them are just ancient wires, and I mean, they're old. And because of that, they're very noisy. And that certainly doesn't help anybody. Here. So let me put this in here, at least so you can hear me better on this one here. Where is it? I don't know. So we had a really bad connection. I mean, that was atrocious. So, I watched a little bit of the replay and I heard the noise. It was really quite bad. And so I thought I would take this time to address this right now as in a video, talking about what's going on, why we were getting some of that noise. We have a couple cables. They're really old, and they're corroded, they're crusty things that just are terrible. And so, there was little I could do except try to re-clean them, reseat them, and plug them back in again, because I didn't have a choice to forgo the wires. I need them for now, especially until we get a new mixer, or mix it back from the repair shop, and then we can switch over to that and be all set. But so the most important thing is, since I've got your attention, so I did a vlog anyway, right? Yeah. What a guy called something other than this, though. Well, actually, no, we can go this, because this is the 11th. Happy birthday, alone. Right, I forgot. Yes, it's Lemmy's birthday today. In case you didn't know, mine is on Tuesday. Great. I'm going to be the big 50. How old are you going to be? Oh, for God's sakes, I don't remember. Well, older than you. Well, you don't have to use that year, you know. Yeah, but I like that year. That was a good year for me as a kid. Okay, math whiz. How old are you then? Well, let's see. It's 2018 now. 0. Right. 2018 minus 1835. 35 is 183 years old. Oh, wow. You're almost a bicentenarian. Yeah, it's true. She's 180 years old. It's almost as old as this building. Actually, this building was built in 1865. So it's still a time of the Civil War. Right. Okay. So, anyway, to make a long story short is, we are going to be doing our best to fix the problems with the cables, the plugs, the jacks. And I listened to this quickly through QuickTime iMovie, and it sounds pretty good. To answer Ruben's suggestions about USB hardware, they do make XLR adapters for microphones. Sure makes one that lets you plug in an XLR microphone into USB. That provides for, I believe, phantom and non-phantom power. You want to go that way. But I'm thinking as far as the headset idea goes, I'm really kind of falling more towards Bluetooth. Only because, like I see Louis Rossman has one that uses Bluetooth. Um, and, or is he using Bluetooth or is he using dedicated frequency? I don't remember now. But anyway, it definitely is a step in the right direction. Since obviously we're on YouTube right now, let's go back into Chrome and take a look at the comments, because we are taking chats in this one, even though really it's more of a kind of a after show to make up for the horrendous regular show. And but you know what, it still counts for something. So let me switch over to the comments on this. I'm sure we got comments. And let's see what I got. Yeah, I need that mixer back here, because I like to do things. I like to being able to jump like with sounds, intros and outros and things like that. But this was a really, really good example of why some people really have a hard time with the noise floor. And so let's see. You gonna play this? Yeah, Yeah, you know what? I do. I want to hear what it sounds like. Okay, I know what I was going to say. But, this was, oh, that's really better. That's better. That sounds a lot better. It does. Yeah, okay. So let's go back to the chat screen over here in the corner. And, if we don't have any chats right now, I guess that's okay. Yeah, we don't have any chats right now. But anyway, let me just say briefly is we are taking YouTube chats for a little while. Okay. So we have the problem with the switch box. We have an ABC switch box on the system, and what that does is that lets us to do a variety of things, like we can switch channels and things like that. And what happened was that the thing was just making a tremendous amount of racket, and and that was the reason why. Part of the reason why it sounded so horrific was because it just sounded bad because of that reason, because of YouTube. What are you doing with the light? Oh, I'm just trying to. I think the cat wants to go out. Does he? I think so. Okay, guys, I'm gonna let you go for a second here. Okay, I'm back. Ruben sent me a link to a news blurb by Casey Neistat. The problem is Casey Neistat's news blurb doesn't specifically mention that he was able, or actually did mention that he did do an interview with Susan Ojiki and the CEO or whatever of YouTube, and but he didn't actually give a link to the video. From it sounded like reading the little blurb, It's about 5 minutes long. He is going to be uploading that in a few days. His little news blurb was dated on the 9th of February. Of course, he has over 5 million subscribers, and so he's going to have a lot easier time to get Susan Wojcicki and the other individual from the YouTube department to contact him because he's so much bigger than me. But I think that the really small channels are going to be wanting the ones that are going to want to ask questions. It's a start in the right direction. I'm going to, as soon as it's released the video, I'm going to share it on my 2018 playlist for you, because he actually did this about a month ago, and he actually is still editing down, I suppose. So I definitely will share it with you guys about that YouTube thing. So now let's take a look at a few things while we're at it right now. Let's go over to the comments and see if any came in. And for those of you, as I said earlier, I'm really sorry you had to deal with all that noise, and we will do our best to keep things from going too bad in the future. So let's go over to the comments right now, and so minimize the screen, Okay, so right now, of course, there's no comments. I'm not surprised at all. But, you know, I think tonight's live stream could have been a lot better if we had managed to find a way to ameliorate the signal to noise floor earlier. But we couldn't really do anything about it during the live stream because we were doing the live stream, so there was no way I could get rid of the noise floor much I could do when it was on live, except maybe possibly, like I said, is to do what I did afterwards, which is to look for the problematic areas and try to reroute things to remove as much noise as I could. I think I did pretty good on that, but I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I got everything perfect, but yeah, we did manage to get something. Let's see, I got some messages here. Let's see, what we got here? We have, for whenever USB headset I use, the ignore title, and the MicheleMarieDalene. Yeah, okay. So let's talk about headset. Let's talk about the USB options for me, just to be fair. The USB options are there. We could use USB. We could go with USB. I already have a USB hub. The problem is a cheap Chinese piece of crap that basically barely makes connections for this camera alone. Of course, the iMac has a built-in microphone. I could use that microphone in addition or in replacement for the lavalier microphone that I'm using right now. But the lavalier microphone also is a good choice because it allows me to be walking around the room and still keeping my voice fairly consistent volume, unless it gets twisted in my clothes. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. For those of you who wondered what I was talking about, if you go to the microphone, I'm going to go back to my page, I'm going to cut it into me. Okay, here we have this microphone right here, and you can see it's on my clothes. I'm going to back up so you can see it there. Okay, this is the microphone. What was happening was it was getting twisted like this, and when it's like that, you can't hear me because it's going through the fabric. That's because ideally these things are designed to be hung on a tie, but I don't have a tie. Women don't wear ties. At least I haven't seen one. Oh, I have seen a few. Actually, I take that back. I have seen some women in corporate wear ties, but that's not a regular thing for me or a lot of YouTubers. But the most important thing here is because the microphone is always on my neck, around my neck, I can always be sure that I'm going to be heard consistently. It doesn't matter where I am, as long as the microphone is here, I can be sure I'll be more than loud enough. But unfortunately, like I said, during the science live stream, you probably are thinking, lucky stars, we had that option. So a wireless headset, such as a Bluetooth one, would be a good choice for me, because we would be able to do the same thing, but it would have to be kind of has cups on both ears, and so I can have sound come out both ears simultaneously. I did find a few nice ones on YouTube. On eBay, of high quality ones, and they're not too expensive. And they even have the option of plugging into a cord socket, so you can actually use this corded headset as well as cordless headset, your choice. And that would be a good thing, because that will give you the best of both worlds. When you want a wired connection, you have that option. If you want wireless connection, you have that option. But the problem is the wires, that little thin stuff, that little tinsel wire, that's likely to break apart if you sneeze on it. Yeah, you know the stuff. So that's not good either. I need a microphone cord that's going to stand up to a lot of use. Ideally, you also want to use things that are balanced connections. And I happen to have here an example of the kind of cords I use. This is a balanced or unbalanced connection. Well, I'm going to explain this. Yes, there is balanced line versions of this. This is a regular headphone cord. I would not use this with a TRS microphone, because inside wiring of this thing is, I think this one does have a shield on it. Let me check. Yes, this has a shield, but some of these do not have a shield at all. Some of the cheaper ones just simply have a red, a black, and a white wire, and that's it. And then they just simply go up that way. So the amount of shielding from noise is virtually none. Really not at all quite cool. But this is the cord we use in the headphones. But I prefer using the XLRs, because they allow for balanced and give low noise when properly installed, which makes things a lot easier. Unfortunately, consumer grade audio gear is not really set up for balanced line, and you have to go through these converters, and when you do that, if they're not made well, they can introduce noise into the system that is astronomically nasty, and that is one of the reasons why things were so bad. There was none of the features, the balance line to help ameliorate the noise floor. I mentioned the noise floor. That's exactly what the noise floor is you want to have a low signal to noise ratio, or actually ideally a high. Idea of that is if the signal on the noise floor is low, in other words, where the noise barely is part of the signal. Ideally, you want your noise floor to be non-existent. Well, that ain't going to happen in the real world. There's always going to be some input sources coming in that is going to cause noise. So that's not going to happen, because manufacturers often, especially but consumer grade gear, is always trying to find ways to shave a few bucks here and there, and that only adds to the cheapness of the gear. Whereas I prefer professional grade gear, but unfortunately I have to interface it with consumer grade equipment, which results in all kinds of nasty surprises. I can't help that. It's true. Nasty surprises makes nasty videos, and nasty videos makes angry customers. Absolutely. Alright, so let me take a quick look at the chat again, see if anybody is actually watching the chats. Okay. The answer is no, but that's okay. There's really not much more to say anyway. This to say is that hopefully for Wednesday we're going to have a better luck with this and it's going to be better performance. So we're going to have much better sound, and that's what I'm going to look for, and that's what I'm going to go for. Yes, it would be nice to get the mixer back in here, because once the mixer comes back in, we can get the phones back on. We'll be able to get the better signal to noise ratio. We're going to get better performance. But until that time, we have two choices. Either A, we can just go ahead forgo the whole live stream thing completely, which I think would be a very bad thing for my channel, or we can go ahead and just totally, just say we'll have to wait until we get the gear, but then by that time, and just upload vlogs and vcasts, which is fine. But I know you guys. I know you like good quality videos. I know you like good sound. You want good picture. You guys want the best of the best. And one of the things you can do to help us out is we can always use your donations. I really still want to remind people that we still accept donations through Patreon. We still accept donations through sending them directly to me on PayPal. We still can use that help to help us to make sure that we can replace or get serviced all the old equipment that has clearly seen a lot of use, and make it better. And that's what we're going to try to do. But don't forget, if you want to send a PayPal donation to me, it's easy. You can send it to through PayPal, BICHELA3@gmail.com. If you want to send me an email, you can send it to the same address, BICHELA3@gmail.com. That is our YouTube specific channel for donations for the channel. If you want to make a personal donation, it's not YouTube specific. I would recommend that you send it to BICHELA3@yahoo.com. Sorry, BICHELA3@yahoo.com. But I'll be honest, we've been going to Gmail more often than Yahoo. So if you want to make a donation there too for personal use, please state in your note if the donation is for personal or for the channel, so that we don't have any nasty surprises. If you want to go through Patreon, that's easy. It's www.patreon.com/BICHELA, and that would also be an acceptable way to put some money towards us, to help us to replace broken cables, replace small inconsequential. It always seems inconsequential till it breaks, right? Yeah. Gear like a switch box or something like that, which is clearly not shielded, and it's made out of plastic, and it's very noisy, and it has a lot of horrible effects on it, and it doesn't work right. If it was metal shielding, it probably would be sound a lot better, but unfortunately it's not what I got, so I have to make do with what I have. So you can always make donations that way too. And if you want to make a donation to me in person, if you want to send me equipment, if you really think my channel is worth it, you can send it to me. Or, actually, why don't you show them your page? You got this information on your YouTube page. Well, you just show them that in the title. Oh, why? I didn't think of that. Excellent. Let's do that. Here we go. Here's how you can send the addresses to. If you want to make a donation, send it right here to this information I just put up on the screen. And what that will do is that will help us to upgrade the gear, make the equipment work better, and everybody benefits, because you get better sound, I get better sound, and I get a better picture, and you get a better picture. And it's that simple. Really. And it really helps, because, guys, I'll be honest, I don't know when the mixer's coming back, and I don't know how, so I have to make do with what I got. But, so it's really simple. Just send the information right there in front of your screen about where to send donations to and things like that. And we can do something, even if it's $10. Come on, 221 subscribers may not seem like a lot, but if each one of you sent $1, $1 US as a monthly pledge on Patreon, we would have about, subtract for the Patreon fees, let's say we'd have about $200. Now, $200 a month may seem like chicken's feed to you, but $200 for us would allow us to begin the process of replacing and repairing all the old gear and stuff that's clearly needs to be repaired and replaced and things like that. Yeah. Let me show them story coding. So that's where you come in. So send some donations to that address above, and we can do something with that. And that's what I would like to do. And let me switch this back to me now. Oh boy. Michelle also would benefit if she had a touch screen. Touchscreen? Yeah, touchscreen. Touchscreen. Oh, how kinky can you get? Thank you. Okay. Okay, so that's the address. So I hope they gave me enough time to write the information down. So yeah, send me, if you guys could do that, it really would help. If everybody sign up for a donation of $1 a month per Patreon, we could really seriously begin the process of replacing some of the equipment that is old or gear. Especially until the Behringer mixer goes back, we have to come out with another solution to keep things working. Roman's USB microphone and USB headset and possibly or a Bluetooth headset would be better. That's gonna cost some money because wireless stuff adds more money to the price. And so yeah, we can use a Bluetooth headset. That would work out great with my iPhone as well. I tried to find some quality ones. I did see one that I kind of liked that would work with my iPhone, but I don't know how iMovie would or QuickTime Player would like it. But I suppose it could be done. Of course, I know that would work if I was just using computer to do streaming like FMLE is like I am right now. But if you start wanting to add in additional sound sources from external microphones and things, you're going to need a lot more gear than that. Trust me. Alright, so for now, thank you guys for watching this late minute report. And next week, we're going to do everything we can to make it better. Okay? I promise you that. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.